So hi, I'm Becky. I'm from the Regenerative Viticulture Foundation, and I'm here today to talk to Matt from Harrow and Hope. And Matt is going to talk us through lots of different operations he does, implementing regen practices. And the first one we're going to look at is compost tea making.
Yep. Brewing works well.
Go on.
So this has been left overnight because it's tap water, not borehole or rainwater. So we've been gassing it out with the air bubbler, and that takes out the chlorine and chlorine. So it now doesn't smell like a swimming pool, and it's ready to go for brewing. So this brew is a bit of an experimental one for me because it's a new blend that we're going to try this year. So we've got 4 major components. We'll start here. So in this bucket is 18-month-old Johnson Sioux compost. So it's well rotten.
You'll tell us about Johnson Sioux in another video.
We'll go along that in a minute. This one's fresher Johnson Sioux. So this was made in December last year, so 24, and there's going to be quite a big difference between the two of what's in them. So hence why I want to blend the two. This one's a very new one for me, an exciting one. So this is my homemade vermicast compost out of a small IBC that I've got as a bin, and I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So
that's literally worm poo, isn't it?
It's worm poo.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, very nice.
I'm excited by vermicompost. We keep hearing lots about that, so we'll talk about that in another video as well.
It is easier to buy it, I'm not going to lie. And the last one is the wood chip compost, which I make, and this is really high in the fungi that breaks down with the lignin and cellulose of plants and stuff. So this is going to be broadcast on top of the field to break down.
Wow, that's amazing.
All the leftover material from last year, which I don't want. So there is equal parts, 2 kilos of each in this tea bag here, pre-mixed, which is a huge amount more than you would use in an arable operation, for example. But I'm going big, so we'll have a play. So this is mixed up in one of these handy bags, which you can get from anywhere pretty much. And we're going to drop it in and leave it in there for at least 12 hours. So we'll pop that in.
Oh wow. You can see it instantly starts to come out of the bag, doesn't it? Dissolve out.
So the idea of the bubbles is it breaks up all the fungal hyphae and everything off the solids and then into the water.
Okay.
In a very high oxygen environment. So it is quite instant.
Wow.
How it comes through. This will have to be filtered before it goes into a sprayer because you'll just block it straight up.
Don't want to clog your nozzles, do you?
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
So what goes into this?
So we've got the tea bag mix, which is already in, and then later on, after this has been brewing for a few hours, we'll add food effectively for the biology that's in this tank now. So I like to put some fermented molasses, fish hydrolysate, liquid seaweed, and some complex proteins of some sort. So yeah, that's the 4 real ingredients that go in. You can add extra nutrition if you want, so you can add some fertilisers in there, some obviously not nasty fertilisers, some sort of more organic type ones, to bulk up everything as well.
Okay, and you said also maybe that you can add kind of fungi, just add fungi, like bacillus or
so you can
trichoderma, did you say?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can buy those off shelf, and that's the easiest way of doing it. You can make them yourself, but that's very tricky. I can't do that yet. I'm going to have a go at it, but I've tried it and I've failed, so we'll have a go.
A future video in years to come, maybe.
Yeah. So there is different ways of making your own. For example, if you wanted more protozoa, a good way of getting a lot of protozoa into a compost tea is with lucerne hay or alfalfa hay for those parts of the world. That has a natural coating of protozoa on it, loads of it.
So I didn't know that.
Get a tea bag, stuff it full of the hay, and put that in there. But that's a longer brew, 48-hour type brew.
Okay.
So there is different ways of targeting what you want biology-wise into these tanks.
Wow. And how much do you put on, and when do you put it on?
So we I aim for 150 to 200 litres a hectare of this product, and it's quite, in this tank at the moment is 800 litres.
Okay.
So I've got a few hectares here.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite strong, I suppose. It's not watered down. It goes straight into the tank like this, and it's sprayed on.
Okay.
We'll put it on in the spring. We'll put it on sometimes in the summer, and the winter or autumn after harvest, I think is the key one for breaking down the remaining fruit that's been dropped onto the floor, those leaves that were diseased, and we can add in more digestive fungi to break those down quicker. So we're eating up.
That's really clever, because then, people are worried about leaving kind of spores of downy or whatever, powdery, aren't they? If you can get that digested much more rapidly, that's such a clever way to go about it. And
Whether it works, I don't know. But that's my theory. That's my theory.
And spraying it on, you use your standard sprayer?
Yes, we've converted our overrow sprayers for our foliage sprayers, and they cost about 50 quid really to just change the nozzles, and then we've got liquid broadcasting nozzles now to hit the deck.
Okay. And you were also saying that you direct your cover crops, you can add it in as a fertiliser with that when you drop the seeds in, and also what was the other one?
Subsoiling with the rip and drip.
Subsoiling, yes.
Yeah. So we can get that real depth then as well. So we can get right into where we want it, deep into the soil, which we can't for other applications.